I grew up in Switzerland, and 6 months ago, I packed everything and I moved to LA alone. However, there were some things about living in America that nobody actually prepared me for. I'm Christine, and I documented my life here in LA, the good, the bad, the ugly, and everything in between. And today I wanted to talk about how starting over in a completely different country and a different culture and how it really feels like. Okay, I have my notes here and I want to make sure that I cover everything because scatterbrain. So let's begin. So the first thing I want to touch on is how different is LA from what I had imagined. Honestly, I haven't imagined LA at all as being like my temporary home for a year. I've always envisioned myself being more so on the East Coast, but LA, it's kind of a city that has sort of like an identity crisis, I would say. It's like so weird. It has like a weird vibe, and especially me being downtown, it's just like I don't know, it feels like it wants to be everything, but it's nothing at the same time. I don't know if it makes sense, but it's just weird. But yeah, I haven't really imagined LA in any specific way. So I didn't have any kind of expectations, let's say. And the second point is driving everywhere. Yep, you better know how to drive around here because there's some crazy stuff going around. Wow. Yeah, driving is insane. People drive like maniacs. Not all of them, but some of them, it's like, oof, that's a lot. There's always traffic, unfortunately. And I still haven't had the opportunity to try public transit. And hopefully I'll try it soon because I want to experience that. But we'll see. That's completely different compared to Europe because, of course, in Europe, it's like so much easier moving around with like train, buses, trams, whatever you want. And it's so much more convenient because you don't have to think about parking. Here it's already a struggle finding parking, and then you have to read the signs and make sure that everything is all right, that you can park. So, yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. Missing home. What I miss about home: my family, my friends, and the connections that I have back home. It just feels like something's missing, something's not filling up my cup, and it's kind of frustrating. I define myself as being an extrovert. I really love to interact with people, but at the same time, I just feel like here I don't have that much of an opportunity to do so. And I don't know if it's something that has changed in me, if it's just the culture here, which is different and makes it more difficult to make friends, or if I'm just not going to the right places. Probably it's a mix of everything. So I don't know. It's hard at times. I'm not gonna lie. And this leads me into the gap between the American dream and the reality of it. So, as I said in my previous video, I've always wanted to move to the States for one reason or another. Things in the past didn't work out, and I wasn't able to do so. And that was a very humbling experience. Now I'm still trying to do so, but it's extremely difficult. So, I'm still working on that. But I will never give up on it. I will never give up on it. This is my lifelong dreams. I've been working so hard for so many years to get to the point where I could be here. But now that I'm here, like in LA specifically, I just feel like it means nothing. So that's kind of heartbreaking. And I guess I put too much expectations into this experience, maybe when I should have had no expectations, if that makes sense. So, what moving countries does to you as a sense of self? Moving countries really makes you understand how resourceful you can be and how resilient you can be, because it really tests a lot of things. It tests your mental strength, it tests your abilities, it tests your problem solving skills. So it really is something that if it's not going to help me grow professionally, this experience for sure will help me grow as a person. And I'm extremely grateful about that because I'm all about evolving and becoming better and better each and every day. So I'm really grateful for that. And of course, this is the last thing, and it's finding yourself when nobody knows your backstory. Here, it feels like you have a blank slate. You know, you're a nobody. Nobody knows you. And that's also a beauty of it because back home, everybody knows you, like where I'm from at least. It's so tiny that people know each other, right? And here, I'm nobody. And that's so amazing to me because I can be the version that I want to be. But at the same time, I just feel like I'm limited because I don't have anyone to share it with. So it's kind of frustrating at the same time. I don't know if moving here was a good thing or a bad thing, but regardless, I'm trying to make the most out of it. And thankfully, I'm growing and I'm evolving as a person. And probably once I get back home, I will look back at this whole thing and think about how I overcame everything, every hurdle, every challenge, and how I actually didn't give up on my dream of moving here. Because I know it's only on a temporary basis, but it's still something, right?